Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We just got a ton of details on the next major update for Battlefield 6. This, of course, is Season 3. They've gone through and detailed gameplay improvements that are going to be coming, combat improvements, mortar changes, vehicle updates, ping system improvements, matchmaking updates, some more information on Railway to Golmud launching with Season 3. So we've got quite a few details to break down here today. Obviously, we just got the whole reveal for the 2026 roadmap not too long ago, and it does seem like hopefully, cross our fingers, Battlefield 6 is turning around and making the necessary changes, adding in the necessary content to right the ship here and course correct. But of course, with this community update, we've got plenty more good news to go through and break down. They say the response so far to the roadmap on April 16th has been incredibly positive. We want to thank you for all the excitement we've gotten so far. There's a lot ahead for Battlefield 6 this year, and we're excited to start digging into it with you. First up is Season 3, officially launching on May 12th. So we now have that full-on launch date for the season. This will be starting right as Season 2 ends. So first up, what is coming in Season 3? We are continuing our focus on improving the core Battlefield experience. This includes ongoing work around combat feel, responsiveness, and readability, while also expanding the scale and variety of experiences in the game. Alongside these improvements, Season 3 introduces some of the most exciting additions yet, including Railway to Golmud, the introduction of ranked battle royale starting with quads throughout labs, and more updates that we've been looking forward to sharing with you soon, So we've got more blogs, more announcements on the way as well. With Railway to Golmud, though, they have sort of re-envisioned this. It's still going to be Golmud Railway at its core, but they've added in some new features here and there that I think, at least based off of how they described it so far, seem pretty solid. One of the key themes we outlined in a roadmap was the want to add more larger scale Battlefield experiences, since of course that's been asked about a ton. Railway to Golmud is the largest Battlefield 6 map to date, coming in at 4 times the size of Myrick Valley. So if you want large-scale classic Battlefield gameplay, this is going to be the map you're going to be queue surfing for, right? Railway to Golmud is a reimagining of the classic BF4 map, bringing it into Battlefield 6 with modern tech and new design learnings. While staying true to what made the original memorable, we've made a number of adjustments to improve flow, balance, and overall experience. This is a standout example of Battlefield Sandbox, where infantry, ground vehicles, jets, and helos collide across one single play space. A defining element of the experience is the moving railway itself, which creates a shifting front line as squads fight for control. So they did do a full deep dive. If you want to see all the exact, precise updates they did on Railway to Golmud, that's on their social media now on their website too. But we do get a little top-down overview of you can see they're adding in more buildings. There's a few other roads and streets to navigate through here, so you're moving through cover a little bit easier there. We got some gameplay improvements coming in Season 3, specifically focused around combat here. Throughout Season 2, we've made a series of improvements to hit registration, netcode, and overall combat readability. This includes better hit audio, more consistent projectile and tracer behavior, and improved visibility of network conditions, helping make incoming damage easier to understand. We shared more details on this work in the Quality of Life blog that we of course covered before, and with Season 3 we're building on this even more with more updates aimed to make combat feel more responsive, readable, and consistent. You can expect clearer communication of incoming damage, faster feedback when taking damage or being eliminated, and overall improvements to how gameplay and engagements play out in fast-paced situations, especially like close-range gunfights. That's been a big area of focus for them. We're also continuing to evaluate weapon behavior in TTK. Our focus here is on improving consistency and depth, making it more demanding to hit targets at longer ranges while encouraging more controlled and deliberate engagements. As a part of this, we are making adjustments to recoil behavior across inputs, including reducing how much recoil is automatically mitigated on controller, helping bring consistency across different schemes. These changes aim to make weapon performance easier to understand while rewarding positioning and accuracy across ranges. So controller's not going to have as many laser beam-like setups on it, essentially, is what I take away from that. In parallel, we're going to continue to test combat-focused updates through labs. This includes continued improvements to hit registration and netcode, as well as improvements to soldier visibility on the new Season 3 maps. We're also continuing to work broader on visibility systems, including updates to soldier visibility filters that will roll out later on in the season, so we've got that to look forward to. Additionally, we're also exploring new ways to better communicate weapon behavior, including experimental features that help visualize dispersion when ADSing. Some of these improvements will start in season 3, while others will be refined in labs. As always, thanks for the feedback here. So a lot of combat updates. It does seem like gunfights are going to feel noticeably different based on these descriptions, noticeably different for the better, I should add, in season 3. And bear in mind, as we're going through all the updates, all the news, all the details they revealed here, if you guys enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. It's a great way to help grow the channel. And if you're new here, you want to stay informed with everything going on in Battlefield 6, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course turn on those post notifications. Next up here, we do have some new Mortar changes coming. This has been a hot topic for a little while now. They say we are continuing to see discussions around the role of mortars. We want to reinforce its identity as a team play focused tool. The mortar is most effective when used in coordination with your squad, whether that's through suppressing fire or working alongside recon players to designate targets. Following the latest update with Hunter and Prey, we made an adjustment to how mortars are resupplied from crates, increasing the supply time to address feedback around the frequency of use. With the launch of season 3, we're introducing further adjustments. Mortars no longer regenerate ammo while an active instance is deployed, and accuracy decreases at longer ranges, so you're not going to be able to sit and spawn and just fry the middle of the map in some cases. These changes are designed to encourage more active and coordinated gameplay with mortars, essentially. So hopefully that does clear up some of the drama around mortar camping, as it's been pretty crazy as of late. We also have new vehicle updates explained here. They say we're continuing to review vehicle gameplay across Battlefield 6 with an initial focus on improvements to land vehicles, especially tanks. Feedback from our recent Discord community surveys, particularly around vehicles, has encouraged us to share a closer look at the changes coming in Season 3. These updates focus on improving how vehicle combat feels moment to moment, making engagements easier to read, outcomes more consistent, and the controls more responsive. We'll be sharing a dedicated deep dive blog on what the team has been working on soon, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. As we look further ahead with features like naval warfare arriving in Season 4, we're continuing to build towards a more balanced and cohesive vehicle ecosystem across all Battlefield experiences. Ping system updates. Building on improvements introduced in Season 2, pinging will be more responsive and consistent with reduced input delay and fewer situations where pings are unintentionally canceled. Interacting with the system will also be simplified as well, so that sounds like a W there. We're also improving how pings are presented in combat. Danger and location pings will be streamlined to use the same shape, with danger pings identified by the red color, helping reduce visual clutter there. More matchmaking updates are also inbound here. We're aware of ongoing discussions around matchmaking and are continuing to make adjustments to the back end to improve match availability in the experience. As we head into Season 3 with the introduction of Ranked Battle Royale, we'll be closely monitoring how matchmaking performs across our experiences, particularly in modes that require higher player counts, like BR, like Ranked potentially there. Our focus is ensuring that players can consistently find matches while maintaining a quality experience. Ideally, you're not just loading in and solely playing bots over and over and over again because you can't fill a lobby, of course. Players with crossplay enabled will see the greatest impact from these improvements. This is an ongoing effort, and we'll continue to evaluate and refine matchmaking as we gather more data and feedback. We're also continuing to evaluate how different playlists and experiences perform over time and how that impacts overall match quality, as mentioned in the roadmap. We're also working on features like the server browser and persistent servers, which will further support how players find and engage with matches. They do have this little playlist structure changes noted here as well, so maybe some UI updates and everything going on here. We're updating how playlists and experiences are organized to help you get into matches faster. You won't see major visual changes, but you'll notice a shift in how content is organized and presented. The featured row is now being replaced with the quick play row that highlights modes and experiences based on your play history and your preferences, so that's kind of cool. For new players, and initiation experience is also there. We're also reorganizing the multiplayer row to make it easier to navigate, reducing the need for horizontal scrolling while separating core options like custom search, featured modes, and single mode playlists from mixed mode experiences. With the addition of BR Ranked, we're introducing a new ranked row as well. We're also tailoring how content is presented depending on how you play. For players with full game access, the goal is to surface a wider range of relevant experiences. For players just with REDSEC, we're prioritizing playable experiences more clearly there. Our goal is to reduce friction and help players quickly find relevant experiences. This to me just means we're going to make the UI a little bit less annoying to navigate. That's the long story short there. We also have some REDSEC specific updates here in Battle Royale. We're making a number of updates to BR focused on improving early game flow, vehicle balance, and progression. At the start of the match, you'll notice smoother landing with a fix for delayed loot spawning. We also are making adjustments to how vehicles behave and are countered. Tanks will be easier to track when nearby, while all transport vehicles will be tuned to be less effective in sustained combat with reduced effectiveness against armored targets and more limited weapon output. The transport helicopter is also going to see a reduction in health, bringing it more in line with other options, so you can't just helo camp for half the game there. To support this, we're improving anti-vehicle counterplay. We're updating the loot both found in the anti-vehicle drop and the box truck. The box truck will also be named to the Explosive Ordnance Transporter, the EOT, and will provide stronger anti-vehicle gear by default. When a nearby tank poses a threat, it'll automatically have an upgrade to give players more tools to respond. We've also made adjustments to the recon drone, reducing its zoom level and increasing its cooldown. On the progression side, we're introducing changes to how XP is earned. Missions will provide more rewards, reducing the gap between mission completion and world-based actions, while also lowering the overall XP required to level up. So if you're a free-to-play player, you can level up faster now. That's a W. In ranked, as mentioned in the roadmap, ranked will be introduced in season 3 as part of labs, starting with BR quads. The first iteration is designed to give you an early look at how we're approaching competitive battlefield while allowing us to get feedback and insight essentially there. Unlike Battle Royale solos, which was previously shared as a limited time test, ranked is being introduced as a permanent addition that'll evolve live in game over time. We also have solos. As outlined in the roadmap, solos will return to Battlefield 6 at a later time in Season 3, so maybe like with Phase 2 or Phase 3, I'd maybe assume. Unfortunately, that is officially confirmed, though, won't be a launch option. We're making several adjustments aimed at improving pacing, early game flow, and overall fairness for solo players. We'll share more in the future. With Portal here on Railway to Golmud, our largest Battlefield 6 map to date, is going to be available for verified experiences on May 12th. Later in season, players will be able to create custom Railway to Golmud experiences. Bazaar, this will also be immediately added for verified experiences when it's added to the game. Then as the season progresses, players will be able to create their own custom Bazaar experiences as well. Custom search is getting fixed. Our custom search feature recently stopped working as intended, so they've got that fix out there. Season 2 Battle Pass hardware availability. Once Season 3 drops, you'll be able to use that hardware in a Portal there. We also have some custom template stuff going on there, basically for Portal. Vehicle impulse function. Later in the season, vehicle impulse functions will be introduced, enabling creators to simulate physics through Blocky or TypeScript, so that's cool for Portal. There's going to be additional verified modes as well, squad deathmatch and TDM going on too. So season 3 so far, at least as far as what they've explained and what they've revealed, it sounds pretty promising. Hopefully we also see some really strong patch notes with balancing, bug fixes, things of that nature. And as I mentioned at the start, Battlefield 6 truly can start to course correct here. Seems like season 3 is going to be the starting point for this. It'll be elevated even more with season 4. That's the season I'm really looking forward to personally. So good news here so far. Hopefully they keep on dropping the good news and the details here in the coming days and weeks. You guys know I'll be keeping you up to date with all of it as it's happening, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay informed. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.